Can you fall in love with a skeleton? One day, an adventurer breaks the seal of an ancient coffin and awakens a princess who has been sleeping for 100 years. But there's one problem. The princess is now a skeleton. The cheerful skeleton princess immediately proposes and asks him to become her lover. Confused and completely overwhelmed, the adventurer learns the truth. A powerful curse transformed the princess into a skeleton centuries ago, and the only way to break the curse is to receive a kiss from someone who truly loves her. Sounds simple, right? Not when you're trying to fall in love with a talking skeleton. The princess insists that looks shouldn't matter and proudly lists her good qualities. She's rich, kind, hardworking, and even an excellent cook. Well, mostly. At one point, she even serves soup made from her own bones. Despite all the absurd situations, the adventurer begins to see her kindness, determination, and unique charm. With only 1 week before the curse becomes permanent, the princess desperately asks for a chance. A week had passed. What started as a joke became something neither of them expected. Luria, the skeleton who longed to be loved, spent every day by Arwen's side sharing quiet moments, visiting cherished places, and learning what it meant to be close to someone. For the first time in her life, she felt happy. When the week finally came to an end, Luria asked the question she had been waiting for. Did you find your love for me? Arwen hesitated. He admitted that while they had grown close, what he felt was friendship, not love. The curse remained unbroken. Yet Luria didn't seem angry. Instead, she smiled. Then we'll know for sure when you kiss me. But Arwen refused. There was something more important he needed to know, a secret, because deep inside, he had begun to suspect the truth. If the curse were lifted, would Luria really become human again? Or was there something she had been hiding all along? And as the flowers swayed beneath the endless sky, the smile on Luria's face slowly changed. A smile that seemed to say, "You figured it out, haven't you?" There was one final truth Luria had hidden. The curse wasn't simply turning her into a skeleton. It was a countdown, a cruel fate that would end in only 1 week. If the curse remained unbroken, she would transform into a terrifying monster and lose herself forever. But if the curse was lifted, she would finally be free, not restored to life, not given a second chance, but allowed to rest in peace. Luria had known this from the beginning. That's why she begged Arwen to love her. That's why she hid the truth. Because who would willingly fall in love with someone destined to disappear? When Arwen learned everything, he didn't feel anger. He felt heartbreak. Heartbreak for a girl who had spent her entire life suffering. A girl who carried the burden of choosing between becoming a monster or saying goodbye forever. Isn't there another way? Arwen asked. But Luria could only shake her head. The dead must rest. Those words struck deeper than any blade. Tears streamed down Arwen's face, not because he was losing her, but because after everything she had endured, she still worried more about others than herself. The curse was broken. A warm light surrounded Luria's body. The skeleton before him disappeared, and the girl who had been trapped by fate appeared one last time. She smiled gently. Thank you for giving me the happiest week of my life. Thank you for loving me until the very end. Because of you, I can finally rest in peace. As her body turned into countless lights, she slowly faded into the sky, leaving behind only memories and a love that would never disappear. Watching the last light vanish, Arwen whispered through his tears, when it comes to love, it's not the appearance that matters, it's the heart. And though she was gone, Luria would remain with him forever, in eternal memory.